Hey Rowan, I'm telling you today about a big snowstorm that happened when I was about 5. So I was a little bit older than 5. This was February of 1979, so that's a long, long time ago. It was a President's Day snowstorm. Washington, D.C., where I grew up, or I grew up outside of D.C., we got over 2 feet of snow. And the snow piled up so high that we couldn't get out of the house through the front door because the front door opened out. Because the door opened out and the snow was piled up, couldn't open the door. So we had to go out through the garage, and the garage lifted up. So the garage door lifted up, and there was snow piled up like this. And then we started shoveling and working our way out and clearing off the car, trying to be able to get out. And my mom decided that she wanted to see around the neighborhood, and so she stood up on the hood of the car. And she stood up on the hood of the car and looked around and then jumped. And when she jumped, she landed in a snowdrift. And because she landed in a snowdrift, she got stuck. And so she started calling for help. And my dad went and was shoveling towards her to get her out. And I decided to go the other way around the car to get her out. And I was 5, so little guy. And I had my own little shovel, cute little plastic shovel. I started pushing through the snow. Push, push. I was barely moving. I was like, help, help. Even though I was going to help, I was like, help. I pushed through, and finally got around. And once we dug the car out, we started digging out the street because we were in a little neighborhood and the plows weren't going to be coming around for a few days. And I mean, honestly, we didn't see them for a week. Because there was 2 feet of snow and then more snow coming, and so they had to keep the highways open. And so we dug out the street, and people ran jeeps over it to get it packed down so people could drive out and go to the grocery store and get food. But then after the snowstorm, went into the backyard, and big grassy backyard, and we made this maze of these trails. So there were these trails that ran back and forth, and little islands and snow in the backyard was just these paths. And what we did was we had this epic trench warfare snowball fight. And I still remember this, even though I was 5 years old, and this was, over 40 years ago. Epic trench warfare. So here we were running around, and you duck down, and because you duck down and the snow was 2 feet high, snow's 2 feet high, you duck down, and people can't hit you with a snowball over the top, and then you pop up and whop, got it. But that lasted for like 3 or 4 days before the snow had melted and compacted to the point. But snow can be a lot of fun. It can also be a lot of work to shovel. So, when your dad needs help shoveling the snow, even if you only have a little shovel, give him a hand. Even if you're only 5, you can help. So you have a few years before you can help, but shovel the snow and try and keep warm. Also, when you shovel the snow, be careful about getting overheated. Wear layers because shoveling snow is hard work. And there are many times where I've gone out and I've shoveled snow, and I have stripped off down to just my t-shirt and pants because I've just gotten so hot from all of the exertion of lifting the snow. So wear layers because you don't want to start sweating, because if you start sweating when it's cold out, then you can get hypothermia really easily, and that's not fun. So help your dad shovel. Give him hot cocoa when he comes in. Tell him you love him. I will talk to you later.